What is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about a stock that is potentially going to rise, maybe even 2x, 3x your money. And if you do options, you can make even more money. So today, we're going to be talking about AMD. Okay. The reason why we're talking about AMD is because it is honestly significantly underpriced right now, especially with it being compared to NVIDIA. But what is AMD? It is a player in the semiconductor sector, and it specializes in CPUs and GPUs for personal computers, servers, and gaming consoles. The main thing that's really going to make the stock rise, is its play in AI and just servers in general, and also the PC market too. It's supposed to rise in 2025. Also, it's going to bring up some numbers for it. It is currently trading at 123 and I think 121 now. I think it might be at the 119 level now. But yeah, so first we're going to talk about why is it bullish. So basically, we're going to talk about some basic numbers, like their PC process sales is up 23.9%, which is pretty high for right now in the third quarter. They're also, the desktop processor is up 28.7, and the server CPU market is up 24.2% in the third quarter, which is showing consistent growth overall, and they're up from quarter two and quarter one numbers. With that being said, they just made a purchase from ZT Systems, $4.9 billion to be exact, and it is aimed to its presence in the AI and data center markets, position the company better to compete with leaders like NVIDIA. In other words, AMD is aiming to have a better position in the AI and data centers to compete more with NVIDIA. Being in this sector can increase its profits and share price by a lot. And just look at NVIDIA from last year, how much it raised just in that short little period of time and overall. So I'm hoping that AMD is going to raise even more. But with that being said, analysts are actually hyping the stock up and saying that the 1 year price target of $250, that's over 2x what it is right now. With that being said, let's take a little break and talk about the risk that is involved with trading this stock, because every stock has its own risk. Before you invest, I am not a financial advisor. I recommend, if you are new to investing and stuff like that, get with a financial advisor before you invest in the stocks. And also just have some stop losses and just understand the risk to reward ratio and understand your risk. Don't get into the stock too early. Don't get into the stock too late. But with the competition, despite the advancements, AMD has big competition from NVIDIA in the AI market. With that being said, analysts often compare AMD to NVIDIA, which kind of brings the AMD price a little bit lower sometimes, because, I mean, AMD just doesn't touch NVIDIA at all. But with that being said, AMD isn't really like trading that high. It's kind of underpriced right now. With that being said, with being compared to big dogs like NVIDIA, like if it's number two to NVIDIA, just imagine how much money it's going to come up once they actually start showing better numbers and coming out with more AI. With that being said, with them being number two to NVIDIA, and Intel is honestly out of the picture now with all the bad news Intel is having. We might see Intel coming back, but that's later on, honestly, and I don't think it's even going to touch AMD at that point, just with what's going on. And now, with that being said, comparing it to NVIDIA, AMD gets the edge from NVIDIA because AMD doesn't have a high market cap like NVIDIA does. With that being said, AMD can take some profits and even customers from NVIDIA later on by leveraging what they have with NVIDIA being compared to it. So as you've seen with NVIDIA, they have many orders that are booked out for a year. So with that being said, same thing can happen with AMD, and this can make the profits, the overall profits later on, and them lose customers and make investors a little bit more skeptical because they can't really deliver to too many people. Then they start losing people. But with that being said, since NVIDIA is still booked out for a while, if AMD can get a chip that's even close to NVIDIA's, well, that want NVIDIA chips that are still on a wait list, can honestly just come over to AMD. So basically poaching NVIDIA's customers, because if AMD can deliver fast enough, then get more revenue and just take more people from NVIDIA, honestly. And you might even see a chip that's better than NVIDIA's coming from AMD, which is kind of hard. And you might not see it soon, but maybe sometime in 2025. And just imagine the stock price then. With that being said, let's look at some price targets that people have. We did say that somebody said it's going to hit 250 by 2025. The average analyst for the past 3 months is $184. and that's pretty high for what it is now. I took this screenshot maybe like 2 hours ago, and it was at $121 trading at. So we're still far off from the price target. And as you can see recently with Tesla, people kind of raise their price targets as the stock goes up, and just to see how far off the price targets are right now. If you get in now, you can still get this in this at least 150 and even more. So this is why I'm saying the price is kind of underpriced right now. We just need some more numbers to come out with AMD and just more better news before the stock goes up. And right now we're in a bearish market anyway, so this is why it's a good buy. In summary, while AMD still shows growth opportunities in AI and data center markets, which is the main thing that's really going to grow the stock, is the AI and data centers. The gaming and stuff like that is just on the side. It can still grow it a little bit, but what's really going to grow it is the AI and data centers. Investors should remain cautious, and honestly, I feel like you guys should do your own research on AMD, just to make sure that you guys are making this investment before you just get into it. But yeah, with that being said, we've been very, very bearish on AMD. And honestly, I recommend watching what it does at the 120 line. If it breaks below the 120, just have your patience. This just makes the stock cheaper to buy. But if it breaks off that 120, that could be also a good buy. You can probably buy it at 121. Just see if it bounces off healthily, and also maintain that 120, and also maintain that 121 once it bounces off of it. You're only risking $1 there, but that just lowers your risk. With that being said, we have been very, very bearish on this stock recently. As you can see, this bearish momentum coming down. We did indeed see the stock all the way up to the 200 line, but that was literally for like a week. So I recommend just waiting, having patience, and just waiting until better news comes out. Once better news comes out, you can probably see it break that 200 line once again. So if you do get in down here, just maybe hold it until the 200. And if you want to hold it long term and it's like your long term investment, just hold it until you want to, honestly. But I think this is going to be one of those long-term growth stocks, just like Nvidia. But right now, just the AI and everything isn't really moving that much, and we're kind of in a bearish trend, as you can see with Nvidia themselves. So yeah, so just be very, very cautious. Do your own research, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, watch some other videos. We got some penny stock videos. We do daily analyst of the stocks and charts. We'll be adding AMD to what we look at daily. So if you want to see daily market trends and stuff like that, just go watch those videos. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Peace out.